Welcome back to the channel. In this video we are covering Outriders. I have 7 different things I want to go through, and these are all videos on Reddit, so credit to the people on Reddit. This first one, and basically the whole point of this is to show you what's going on, and these are all posted after the damage mitigation patch. So this first one, the floor is lava. If I make these full screen as we go through them, watch this, and dead. So, let's have a look. That was how much? 19,800 to insta dead. And that's after the damage mitigation patch. So, moving on to the next one. This one is actually hilarious, and it's not the first time I've heard about this. It's the first time I think I've actually seen it, not entirely sure. But it says, when your buddy wants to be revived so badly, he runs to you. And yes, you can imagine it actually is exactly that. So if we watch through this, they're on Archways of Enoch tier 15. Both the other players are down. But watch as this player runs around. You can see on the left hand side, you can just see this person is down and they're running around the map. I love it. I think I actually have been told about it before and seen a video or something, but I think that's hilarious. It needs to be a real feature. I think the top comment said that on the post, like in the thread. That would be amazing if you could go down and actually just run around the map. It's obviously not supposed to happen. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing Outriders. Anything is possible, especially with one of these clips. So let's move on to the next one. So this one says, nothing wrong with co-op. This was one of the smoother matches, still playable. So if we load this one up, this one's actually a YouTube video, and we start to watch this one, taking down the Broodmother. You can just see already they're sliding around everywhere. However, their skills are working as they're using them. Normally there's a delay with the skills. I've experienced stuff this bad. I had a red connection, however. This is on a yellow bar connection. Look at the state of that. Sometimes the matchmaking in this game is actually full-on unplayable. So the next one, and there's no video on this one, I just wanted to point this out because several people have brought this to my attention before. I think I've actually spoken about it in a video or two. Lost my Earthborn Renegade tactical gun on my main character. Just logged in and noticed that my gun with a high roll is not there. Do I have to grind again for the gun, or can they restore it? And then someone with a fantastic reply says if they wanted to restore it, it'd take another 25-day patch. I mean, this game has literally just become a meme. There is so much wrong with it, and the developers I don't know if they are aware, or if they're just not paying attention to like 95% of the issues in the game. Because they only ever talk about a couple here and there, and there is so much more hidden that players that don't have any sort of a voice, they have no platforms to share stuff on. That's why I bring up these topics, because I've heard it. I think I saw it on my Discord. If you want to join, there's a link in the description. Plug. But I think I saw it. Someone had a level 44, and then it turned into a level 1 rusty gun. And then there was someone else, I think it was Captain America, if I remember correctly, had a... I think there was just a lot of gear on their character, and all of a sudden, logged back in one day. I can't remember when it was. I think it was way before this patch coming out for damage, or damage mitigation. But they logged back on, and all of their stuff, like loads of their stuff in their inventory, turned into white rarity gear. So I don't know why stuff is changing rarity, and things are, like random things are going missing. People are having random guns and pieces of armor go missing. I think someone said they logged on one day and 3 of their gear pieces that were equipped had just gone missing for absolutely no reason. There was no explanation or anything like that. But what we're going to do is move on to the next one. This one I'm not even going to play. It is a video, but it says, what if I was in an expedition running against time? For those not understanding, game was stuck on the emote selection screen, couldn't keep going. I will actually click play. So if I press play, you can see that everyone else around is moving around, and you can see all the action going on in the top right corner. But they are stuck on their remote menu, and they can't get off it. So that's another bug that's popped up. And then we're going to move into the penultimate one. Right, this one, someone did an experiment with the profiterole damage. Disclaimer is a 4-minute 5-second uncut video containing some boring stuff, so I've skipped it and I've gone to the timestamps and the damage, because this is how much damage the profiteroles are dealing, because they said that it was the broodmothers that did the one-shotting, but it really isn't. It's every enemy in the game. But these are profiteroles, the baby ones, not the alphas. These are supposed to deal the smallest amount of damage out of like all of the enemies when you're playing against the creatures, because they are basically the smallest add there is. They're like the minor enemy. So the first hit took more or less 20% shield, then another one 20%, then another one 70% of the health. Fast forward a bit, boring stuff, blah blah blah. 20% health, 20% health, 20% health, 70% health gone. 20%, 20%, oh, that one's shield, and then 20% health. And then 2 consecutive hits from a profiterole, each took 20% health. Then another 20%, and then 60% shield and 10% health, 20% shield. And then 2 profiteroles taking turns dealing damage either 20% or 70%, and then got killed by a profiterole with 45% health and 5% shield. So their damage dealing, like their damage output, is so inconsistent. Literally all the enemies are world tier 15, enemies are level 42. This is a level 50 min-maxed trickster, all decked out for firepower with 1 defensive mod, which is mitigation from death. They're intentionally not proccing damage mitigation to ensure that no mods are interfering during the damage calculation. You'll see no armor mod symbols proccing on my health bar either. So the TLDR, they deal varying amounts of damage for absolutely no known reason, and it's the smallest enemy out of all the creatures in the game. And to be hit once and lose 70% of your health, and that's happening with a lot of enemies. I've actually personally, before the patch however, I got hit by a cutthroat that took, I think at the time I didn't have the mod on that gave me extra, or the piece of gear that gave me extra health. So I had 20.7k health on my Devastator. I got hit for 17,000 by one cutthroat on Boomtown right at the start of it. So it's not just the profiteroles, it was never just the broodmothers that have this issue of dealing inconsistent damage, and not only that, having consecutive hits attack the player. But then, the final one, and you can see the top comment, looks like people can fly. This is cool, and normal, and fair, and fun. So what we're going to do is mute this clip, we're going to make it full screen, watch what happens. I would scream if this happened to me. I would love it and hate it at the same time. Let's play this clip and see. So this is the end of Frontline against the Moloch the Bollock boss, as I like to call him. But everything's going fine, and then all of a sudden, you'll see it in a second. Make sure you're ready for it. Oh, there we go. they literally just get launched into the air. Then they're walking on some like skybox, and then they drop in, and then they don't have a chance to move, and they're down. So that's fantastic. They literally get yeeted off that map, off the floor. Then they come back down, and they literally do not have the ability to move out of the way of the attacks, and they just get downed. This is on tier 13 against Moloch the Bollock on Frontline. And I thought it was fantastic. As annoying as that's going to be to happen to someone, and that's literally one of those 1 in a million things, but as annoying as it is, and as rare as it is, it's funny to see. I mean, I would even sit there and laugh just at how stupid that is, and that it should never happen. But the fact that it has, it's just funny. I personally think that is actually quite funny. Like, if I was in an expedition and someone else had it happen to them, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably fucking just scream or something. Because just imagine you're sitting there playing, all of a sudden one of your teammates just goes disappearing into the sky. I think it's fantastic, some of the bugs this game produces. Some of them annoying as shit, especially ones that ruin the experience and break the gameplay. But some of these ones can be seen in a funnier way. Like they have some sort of like humour behind them. But yeah, it just goes like all this stuff we've spoken about and seen in this video just goes to show the level of incompetence by these developers. And I can't see it ever getting better. And Square Enix, what are you doing making this a franchise that you're going to focus on? Nothing's ever going to come from this game. Like if there's ever an Outriders 2, it's not going to be successful at all. I mean, they'll have probably a lot of players or whatever, but in terms of actually being a success or a fail, and not just oh, we made profit on our game. Being a successful game or a fail of a game, basically what I mean is in terms of successful, being a good, polished, working game that players enjoy, and then being a fail, as in the game has just become a meme on the internet where it's so fucking bad. I think Square Enix is on that scale of fail with Outriders 2 if they ever make it or ever publish it for people can fly to develop. But yeah, what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it.